Hey everyone, welcome back to No Fail Garden. So here's the thing. I get messages all the time from renters saying, "I'd love to garden, but my landlord would kill me if I dug up the yard." And I totally get it. You're stuck between wanting a beautiful garden and not losing your security deposit, right? Well, today I'm showing you 5 renter-friendly garden projects that are completely reversible, require 0 permanent changes, and honestly, some of them you can literally take with you when you move. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me, are you renting right now? Or have you rented in the past? What's been your biggest challenge with gardening in a rental? Let's dive in. Project 1. The Container Garden Wall. All right. Project number 1, and this is probably my favorite because it looks expensive but costs almost nothing, the container garden wall. Here's what you need: a wooden pallet, some landscape fabric, potting soil, and your plants. You can grab a pallet for free from behind most grocery stores or hardware stores. Just ask first, obviously. Now, you're going to stand this pallet upright against a fence or wall. Doesn't damage anything. You're just leaning it there. Staple the landscape fabric to the back and bottom so it creates pockets. Fill those pockets with soil. Plant your herbs or flowers, and boom! Vertical garden. When you move, you literally just pick it up and take it with you. I did this with basil, cilantro, and parsley last year, and I'm not exaggerating when I say I never bought fresh herbs for 6 months. Here's my question for you, though. What would you plant in a vertical garden like this? Herbs, succulents, strawberries? Let me know in the comments because I'm always looking for new ideas. Project 2. Movable Raised Beds. Project number 2. Movable Raised Beds. Now, I know what you're thinking. Raised beds aren't movable. But hear me out. You can build a simple raised bed frame out of untreated wood, right? 4 boards, some screws, done. But here's the trick. You put it on a base with wheels. I'm talking about those furniture dollies you get at the hardware store for like $15. Get 4 of them, 1 for each corner. Now you've got a raised bed that you can move around your patio or balcony to chase the sun. Tomatoes need more light? Roll it over. Too much afternoon heat? Move it to the shade. And when you move out, dump the soil, break down the frame, and you're good to go. I built 3 of these last spring, and let me tell you, being able to move my vegetables around based on the season was a game changer. My tomatoes went crazy. Quick question. Have any of you tried raised beds before? Did you go with wood, metal, or those fabric ones? I want to know what worked for you, so comment below. Project 3. Command Hook Hanging Gardens. Project 3 is perfect if you've got literally 0 floor space. Command Hook Hanging Gardens. You know those heavy-duty command hooks that are supposed to hold up to like 20 pounds? Those are your best friend. You can stick them on any wall, hang lightweight pots from them, and create a whole hanging garden situation without putting a single nail in the wall. I use macrame plant hangers. You can get them cheap online or make your own if you're feeling crafty. Hang pothos, string of pearls, spider plants, anything that looks good cascading down. And the beauty is, when you move, you just peel off the hooks. No holes, no damage, no angry landlord. Pro tip, though, don't go crazy and load these up with heavy ceramic pots. Stick with plastic or those lightweight resin ones. Trust me on this. I learned the hard way. What's your go-to hanging plant? Are you Team Pothos? Team Spider Plant? Or are you growing something wild I haven't heard of? Drop it in the comments. Project 4. The Gutter Garden. Okay, Project 4 is one of those things that sounds weird until you see it. And then you're like, why didn't I think of that? Gutter gardens. See, you take vinyl rain gutters, the kind you'd use on a house. Cap the ends, drill some drainage holes in the bottom, and mount them to a fence or railing using those removable hooks or zip ties. Fill them with soil, and you've got these long, narrow planters that are perfect for lettuce, herbs, or shallow-rooted flowers. The best part? They're lightweight, they're cheap, and you can take them down in about 5 minutes when your lease is up. I've seen people create entire salad gardens on their apartment balconies with this method. And here's something I want your opinion on. Would you use gutters for ornamental plants or food? Because I've done both, and I can't decide which I like better. Let me know what you'd grow in a gutter garden. If you're enjoying these ideas, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We post new gardening tips every week, and I promise you, we're all about making this stuff simple and doable for everyone. No fancy equipment, no huge budgets, just good gardening. Project 5. Window Box Bonanza. Last project. Window boxes. Now, I know window boxes aren't revolutionary, but the way you install them as a renter? That's where it gets interesting. Instead of screwing them into your window frame, you use adjustable brackets that grip the windowsill without any hardware. They make these specifically for renters, and they work on pretty much any standard window. Load them up with flowers, herbs, whatever makes you happy. I did this on my kitchen window with chives, thyme, and some nasturtiums, and every time I cooked, I just reached out the window and snipped what I needed. Plus, it looked incredible from the street. Here's what I want to know from you. What's the one plant you wish you could grow but think you can't, because you're renting? Tell me in the comments, because I bet we can figure out a way to make it work. Closing, so there you have it. 5 totally renter-friendly garden projects that won't get you in trouble with your landlord and won't leave you feeling like you can't have the garden you want. The truth is, renting doesn't mean you have to give up on gardening. It just means you have to get a little creative. And honestly, some of these solutions are better than permanent gardens because you get to take them with you. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these projects are you going to try first? Are you going for the pallet wall, the movable raised beds, or are you going all in on gutter gardens? Let me know in the comments. And if you tried any of these and ran into problems, tell me that too. This channel is all about learning together, so don't be shy. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up. It really helps other renters find these ideas. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We've got a whole library of no-fail gardening tips waiting for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy gardening!